We're going to be doing this on my Linux Mint 19 virtual machine. And I just installed GnuCash, and I didn't do anything with it yet. Now, I installed this as a flat pack. And the reason is the repo for Linux Mint will have, I think it still has version 2x whatever in there. It might be up to 3 by now. The flat pack is version 3.2, which is the latest version. And so I wanted to do this tutorial series on the latest version. So when you launch it up, you have a tip of the day. This has a variety of different tips in here. You can go through forward and backward. You can turn these on or turn these off at startup. I'm just going to go ahead and disable this. So right now, since I do not have any company, if you already have a company, it's going to automatically open up to the company you already have created. And so with this, it opens as blank just because it's, you know, we just started the application. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come up here and we are going to create a new company. So we'll hit new file. We also have an import function here as well. There's a variety of other tools. We will talk about what these different tools are as we go through. In fact, why don't we just go ahead and do a brief overview of those, and then we'll go ahead and create the company. So on your file menu, one of the things is your properties is going to give you some basic information here. We're going to fill out all of this information after we create our new company. Because we don't want to just start with something completely blank, we're going to use the wizard to get us kind of started. Otherwise, it's going to take us a long time, and the wizards are pretty good. So here we have the ability to export a variety of different things. And under our edit option here, the edit preferences is going to apply to pretty much whatever window you have open. That's going to make more sense to you in a few moments. Under your actions, this is where you can look at a variety of different things. You can attach your online bank accounts to this. I have never experimented with that. I don't like to do that. I do everything manually, intentionally. Here's budgets. If you're setting certain budgets and things, you can do that. Under your business, this is where you will find your customers, you will find your vendors, you will find your employees. More the difference. A customer is anyone who you're doing work, providing products, services to, they're going to be paying you. A vendor are the people that are giving you your supplies, maybe your services, maybe your office supplies. You're going to be paying them money. Of course, your employees are the people who are doing work for you. So you can track all of this stuff. Now, in my case here, as I do authoring and as I'm launching a publishing company, I'm using customers for either A, the direct supporters who support me on Patreon or Think Life Media. I'm using them for all of the different sources that are sending me royalties. For vendors, these are just the paces. So like United States Postal Service is a vendor for me because I ship a lot of packages. You know, Walmart where I buy paper or envelopes, packing supplies. Amazon is a great place to buy your packing supplies. So those are set up as vendors for me. And I'm using employees. I'll be using those when I need to hire. If I need to hire employees or subcontractors, I'll be using it for that. I also will use this for any future authors that I have to pay out royalties. You can do sales tax tables in here as well. One of the things you will notice that is missing that QuickBooks has that GnuCash does not is they do not presently have a way to have product inventory. That is very sad to me, or like a customer, a price list, really. Now, what the saving grace it has is that it has an amazing autofill. So you just start autofilling whatever it happens to be, and it will autofill with the latest options. But on QuickBooks, I can go in, I can create, this is my price list. I go in to create an invoice and I say, you know, one backup service, it autofills in the price, the categories, all that kind of stuff. This doesn't have the option to do that, which is a little sad. It is a requested feature, but they still have not acted in putting it in yet. Very sad. Under reports, this is where you find all of your different things that your accountants are going to need. We have assets and liabilities, we have our budgets, we have our business. I believe income and expenses where you're going to get your P&L. You can get your cash flows, your prices, I think by customer. No, customers are down here in business. Simple and custom. This is actually one we're going to be using. I actually just discovered this tab recently, and this is so much more useful than I ever gave it credit for. We'll not be covering it in this video, but we will be looking at it sometime soon. How to reconcile, save report configurations is also very handy. Here's various tools. The price database, this kind of deals with stocks and securities and exchanges. I really wish that you could set this up as with products as well. It just won't let you. I know, I've tried. And then there's loan repayments, things like that. Now, if you are using an older version of GnuCash, journal entry, I think, is under business. They've moved it under tools in the latest version. So this is the latest version as of the time I'm recording this. Then we just have, windows and things like that. So that's your basic overview of what you have inside of here. So we're going to go ahead and create a new company. Rather than just build this out completely blank, I want to create a new file. We're going to continue without saving because I don't want to save anything in that. So here is where we're going to set up the account. This is the closest we have to a wizard. It actually functions fairly well like the QuickBooks one does. Hit our next, and then we can use trading accounts. We can use split accounts for field numbers. Default budget. If I built a budget in, we can add a budget later. I have not actually experimented with budgets, although as I'm looking at doing some advertising type stuff, that's something